Doom: The Dark Ages. New gameplay details revealed launching May 15, 2025. The developers at ID Software put together an extensive deep dive presentation to break down the new combat mechanics players will have to master if they want to survive the coming battles in the Dark Ages. New details were also provided on the game's world and story, setting up how this new entry will fit into the over 30-year-old series. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you are the unstoppable Doom Slayer. A prequel to Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, this iteration of the Slayer stands and fights like an iron tank. A combination of momentum and raw stopping power. Prepare to strafe past enemy fire, crush their ranks with the brunt of your steel, and blast them to shreds with overwhelming firepower. One of the main points that the developers at ID Software stressed during their presentation is that Doom: The Dark Ages will draw from the original Doom games with a stronger focus on strafe aiming. Combat in the Dark Ages will reward players who adopt a more grounded, heavy style of offense in contrast with the high-mobility combat emphasized in the previous installments. Taking place in a techno-medieval setting that blends fantasy and sci-fi, the Dark Ages will allow fans to experience the Doom Slayer's exploits as previously alluded to in the various codices and lore found throughout the previous Doom games. Fortunately, players will only have to wait a little longer until they can sink their teeth into the Dark Ages. The Slayer leads the charge into battle with his all-new shield saw, blocking, parrying, deflecting, and even barreling through the enemy onslaught from a distance with the mighty shield bash, all with a single intuitive and contextual input. Toss the shield, and it will even come back to you, mowing down lesser demons with its spinning blades, shattering metal, and even wedging itself into beefier demons to falter their advance. Also new to the Slayer's arsenal are Doomified melee offerings like a deadly flail, spiked mace, or an electrified gauntlet. Combined with Doom: The Dark Ages reinvented any angle finisher system, smashing through hordes and facing off against big, bad demons is visceral, thrilling, and pure fun. It simply isn't Doom without guns, and the ones in Doom: The Dark Ages function like ranged medieval torture devices. Mean, direct, brutal, and effective. Butcher demons with the shotgun. Impale them to walls with the rail spike. Saturate the battlefield with superheated bone shards from the Skullcrusher, and so much more. Only in Doom is ID Software's mission statement for the Dark Ages unique implements of mayhem, and each feels as good to use as they are devastating for foes on the opposite end. Rise to even the biggest challenges by stepping into your Atlan, a 30-story mech that can beat a building-sized demon to death with its metal fists. Seize the skies aboard your cybernetic, fire-breathing dragon, fitted with boosters and guns in full-fledged combat sequences inspiring the power fantasy that only Doom can deliver. Doom: The Dark Ages will launch on May 15, 2025 and will be available on Xbox Series X/S, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The game will also be available day one on Xbox and PC for Game Pass subscribers, as all games presented in the Xbox Developer Direct will be, which will be another major value add for the service. Players who buy the premium or collector's editions of the game will receive 2 days of early access, letting them play the game on May 13th alongside numerous other goodies. Doom: The Dark Ages also offers an accessible experience for all Slayers, unlike anything offered in a previous Doom game. All new adjustable sliders in the options menu allow players to tweak specific gameplay settings individually to their liking, from changing the window of time for parrying projectiles, or the speeds of those projectiles, to slowing the entire game's speed down, or cranking it up to top gear. The choice is up to the player. Exploration: No stone unturned and no fight unfinished. The Dark Ages lets players explore the far reaches of the Doom universe, delving into abandoned temples, through dark forests and across brutal hellscapes and even worlds beyond. Explore the largest ever play spaces made for a Doom game and approach levels as you see fit. Cleverly utilize techniques in the environment, such as breaking down loose barricades with your shield bash to uncover secrets. Spend your collected spoils of war to upgrade your equipment and enhance your abilities, becoming an even greater asset in your campaign against evil. Soak in the atmosphere of a war-scarred fantasy realm with an original score by Finishing Move, featuring a metal soundscape of guitars, medieval influences, and ample adrenaline. Story: define your legend and reign in hell. Become the star in a summer blockbuster action story as you defy destiny and ascend from a weapon used by higher powers to a legend of your own. Doom: the Dark Ages lore ventures out from the codex and into the cutscenes, expanding the Doom universe in exciting ways that also offers a jumping-on point perfect for franchise newcomers.